Okay, I'm doing my vlog today from the car because a wife woke up at 4:30 with me. I slept until 4:30 because I went to bed a little bit too late. Um, but so she was sleeping on the couch, so then I couldn't do my vlog. So I was trying to be quiet, and then of course then it's morning time, and then there's a bunch of stuff to do. That's why I'm here now after I've done all my errands, and I can talk to you for a little bit here. So I finished my was the Quadrant book by Kiyosaki. Like, why can't I ever say that name? It's Kiyosaki. And there's was it 7 steps to financial success or 6, 7? I don't know. I don't remember. But I want to. They're like 3 pages each, and I'm going to start reading those pages at the end of this vlog here. So hopefully we can now supplement that now that our Tom Morris presentation's over. What else? So I finished that book and I started reading now Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People book, and I actually stopped reading it because I thought it was so important for me to actually share that book and read it out loud, so you can listen to it in the car or whatever have you, and really absorb the knowledge and have the ability to re-listen to it without having to find time to read it. And it's wow, that book is super pertinent, even though it was written in like 1934. It's been updated since. My dad gave it to me when I was, I think, in high school, and I didn't quite understand that book. Well, I only read the first two chapters, and I didn't care. I was a dumb fucking high schooler, right? But now it's incredible how important that stuff is, especially when it comes to you realizing what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are, and how to become a better leader, and how, if you're an introvert, you can actually improve your skills at communicating with people, talking to people, and you don't necessarily have to think of yourself as some sort of a social pariah because you have the social skills of a shrieking baboon, or I guess a sloth in some cases. So hopefully this book will be for those people who want to really have a way to almost, it doesn't, I want to say it's manipulative, basically it's being a good person, and by giving people what they need is like positive feedback and appreciation and not criticizing people. It's like, but those ideas are so powerful because I think in our basic human nature, we feel better by being nasty. It makes us feel better, right? And so I think rising above that, people love to be around you, and they're gonna, as who was saying that? Can't remember now, but basically people want to be around other people that care for them. And this little short bit I was reading today had to do with Charles Schwab when he was hired by Andrew Carnegie to run American Steel, and he wasn't hired. He was the first person paid $1 million a year, and this was back in the old days when $1 million was like probably $300 million or something like that. And why was he paid that much money? Did he know steel better than anybody else? No. Like, he wasn't smarter than anyone else. What he knew how to do, he knew to work with people. And that's what you have to do as a business owner, right? You have to work with people. And this is why I got out of architecture, because I saw the end. The end was getting out of the fact that you could design buildings, and if you actually want to make more than $70,000 a year as a solo architect, you have to be a business owner. It means you gotta deal with people, you gotta deal with staff, and essentially that becomes your entire life, is no longer doing what you set out to do as a profession, but becoming people relationships or people manager, right? And so this is basically what it is. And that's why he was paid so much money, because he knew how to work with people. And we'll get to it, but basically the words of wisdom that Dale Carnegie wanted to like inscribe on top of every like school classroom and stuff. It's like he wouldn't criticize. He would praise other people. Would now it was a lie. I looked up this word. It's like I would approbate. No, not appropriate. No, approbate my praise and be lavish. Anyway, I'm butchering the quote. We're gonna go over it in real time, so you understand. But basically, he knew how to work with people and make them better and more enthusiastic about working at a firm. Like, can you imagine having a bunch of employees that are like jazzed to show up every day and work for you, versus these people who almost try to sabotage the company, but they don't want to quit because they have nowhere else to go or anything better to do. And those are like those type of employees that do exist, and you probably even know one if you work for somebody else. But and the kind of people manager he was is why he paid a lot of money. And by learning these skills, you become a person that people will love. And then it's not like you pretend until you become that person. Like Tony Robbins, he said, like when I was watching Tony Robbins, he's like, I didn't start as Tony Robbins. I built this character, and ultimately I became the character, right? So you fake it till you make it, right? In that kind of sense, like we've built all these bad habits, and essentially we're forcing ourselves into better habits, and we're going to impart those habits on our lives until we become the people that we want to become. And I think that's the whole know thyself kind of thing, and that's what is true success. And success for me isn't monetary. It's it's part of it. I do want to have nice things, but at the end of the day, I just want to help people out. And as a real estate agent, I help people out monetarily. I help them out with psychology, and I get to do a lot of things. And I want to help people better their own lives. And what better way to do that than get out of the rat race, get out of financial stress, and advise them on things like in relationships and building better lives for themselves. And it's kind of stupid for me to say, like, how many fucking real estate agents are there in the world that just live it for the paycheck, right? So that's not why I'm in this game. So I just want to help people on the road, and that's why I'm doing this whole YouTube thing. So yeah, that's a long-winded way of saying that was my vlog, and we're gonna start reading some Carnegie, and I'm gonna start incorporating some more Kiyosaki into this vlog. All right, that's it. 8 minutes are up. Back into the driver's seat. Well, I'm not in the driver's seat. I guess back on the highway. All right, over the next 7 vlogs, we're gonna cover piece by piece from this book, Cash Flow Quadrant. We're gonna cover the 7 steps to finding your financial fast track. And the quick little reads. And we're just gonna start here with step number 1. It's time to mind your own business. We're programmed to mind everyone else's business and ignore our own. Have you been working hard at making everyone else rich? Starting early in life, most people are programmed to mind other people's businesses and make other people rich. It begins innocently enough with words of advice like these. Go to school and get good grades so you can find a safe, secure job and good pay and excellent benefits. Work hard so you can buy the home of your dreams. After all, your home is an asset and your most important investment. Having a large mortgage is good because the government gives you a tax deduction for your interest payments. Buy now, pay later, or low down payment, easy monthly payments, or come in and save money. People who blindly follow these words of advice often become, number 1, employees, making their bosses rich and owners rich, or 2, debtors, making banks and moneylenders rich, 3, taxpayers, making the government rich, and 4, consumers, making many other businesses rich. Instead of finding their own financial fast track, they help everyone else find theirs. Instead of minding their own business, they work all their lives minding everyone else's. By looking at this financial statement, you begin to see how we have been programmed from an early age to mind everyone else's business and ignore our own business. Hopefully this will look familiar. You got income statement, and then you got balance sheet. So income, the first one, it's a little small, says you mind your boss's business. Expenses, you mind the government's business via taxes. With every other expense, you mind a lot of other people's businesses. Assets, this is your business, the one you're not minding. And liabilities, you mind your banker's businesses. So we want to mind more our business, right? I put the camera in the wrong place, so I'm staring at the wrong side of the... Take action. For many people, their financial statements are not a pretty picture, simply because they've been misled into minding everyone else's business instead of minding their own business. To change all that, I suggest taking the following action steps. Number 1, fill out your own personal financial statement. In order to get where you want to go, you need to know where you are. This is your first step to take control of your life and spend more time minding your own business. See the following financial statement as used in the cash flow game. I have one in my first time home buyer crash course. I basically have a Google Doc spreadsheet you can fill out. This is the one that is provided by Robert from his game. Let me just summarize it here. You have on the top, you have your salary, then you have all your interest and dividends, then you have your real estate business. Then here are your expenses, taxes, your mortgage, school loan, car loan, credit card, retail payments, other expenses, child expenses, loan payment. Then you have your other balance sheet. So you have stocks, funds, CDs, and then you just take the sum of them. In your real estate / business balance sheets, and then you have your liabilities here. And you add up all of those and see your high score or low score, depending on where you are in your life. Okay, so I recommend doing my Google Sheets. It's a little bit more involved, and you can update it anytime you want. It makes it super handy. Anyway, let's go to number 2. Set financial goals. Set a long-term financial goal for where you want to be in 5 years, and smaller short-term financial goal of where you want to be in 1 year. Set goals that are realistic and attainable. Now, if you remember our Millionaire Master Plan, that goes into there. So this feeds off directly into the Millionaire Master Plan, saying, okay, where do I want to be in Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and so on. All right. And here's, then it's actually just it's kind of a pre-made thing. I'll read it out loud. You can, take the screenshot, fill it in yourself. But here is a sample, right? My 5-year financial goals are, okay, the first one, I want to increase cash flow, such as passive income you earn without having to work for it, from my assets to blank dollars per month. So in 5 years, I want to be earning, let's say, $10,000 a month in passive income. I want to have the following investment vehicles in my asset column: real estate, stocks, businesses, and commodities. Well, I want to have my own business, which is the one I'm in right now. It'll take 5 years to get, adequately situated. Commodities, unless you have to buy like mining stocks, otherwise physical gold, precious metals or something. That's not really an asset, that's just a hedge. Real estate is an investment vehicle. Obviously, I want to buy more. Investments, property. That's all dependent on my income right now, because I won't be able to get a mortgage until I get my 3 to 4 years of tax statements. Right, I only have currently almost a year of tax statements available. In stocks, of course, I love stocks. I like having liquidity. You can move it around easily. Okay. B, my 1-year financial goal is, I want to increase my debt by blank. I don't have any blank debt, so, but for you, what do you want to decrease your debt by? And, well, this is consumer debt, right? This is not investment debt. Two differences. Number 2, I want to increase my cash flow from my assets to blank dollars per month. This is assets. This is not your income statement. So I'm gonna think about that one when I finally get my apartment rented, and I'll start really list out how much I'm getting from my assets per month. All right, then, so that was A and B, now we're at C. Using my 5-year goals, I will complete my financial statement again and show how it will look 5 years from today. So basically, you have a today one of these, and then you have a 5-year one of these. So you're setting yourself a goal, and then you'll say, okay, in 5 years I want to have 5 rental properties, because you can take a mortgage every year, and that's the one like you live in. Let's say you want a house hack every year, so you just find a new house every year, take a mortgage, and then you rent it out, and you go to the next house every year. So it's possible to get 5 rental houses with just a simple 3.5% mortgage. Of course, you have to have that's an FHA loan, right? You have to have income, of course, to do that. So as long as you can get good cash flow, get a long-term tenant, and then go for your next one, awesome. See, that's how to do it, right? So keep your financial intelligence going, and if not, you can watch other things like Bigger Pockets and other things that will help you understand how to get more investment properties. All right, so that's it for step 1. It's goal setting, really, financial goal setting, and it's knowing where you want to be when it comes to where you want passive income from. Is it what kind of investments do you want to use, and then how you get there. So why are we doing this step, fast track to financial success? I started out this month with the Miracle Morning, and then some of the day in the life for the Miracle Morning, and then I did the 7 conditions to success. And then what am I doing this for? Well, this is all about, first you have to change who you be. Sorry about the grammar, but if you remember that be, do, have, right? So first we're changing our B's. That's becoming the person who has discipline and wakes up and works on themselves. So their morning is a success, and then the rest of the day is a success, right? And then we're working on what are some commonalities that have been through the ages of success, and how do we adopt those in our lives? So we both have we're building the discipline, we're learning what characteristics and conditions we need to incorporate in our lives. And then the third thing is, success usually comes with monetary gain, right? You can be successful in other things. Let's say you're running a nonprofit charity, but nonprofit charities still need to have income so they can donate it and give it to where it needs to go. So basically, money is success, but it shouldn't be the point of success. It just should come as a reward for doing the things that you need to do to be successful. And that's why we're going to get on this financial fast track. So we also have to build good money habits, and that's what this is for. Like, you can have everything that he talks about and become very middle class just by keeping up with the Joneses, and you're doing everything else. You're waking up at 4:30 in the morning, you're working on yourself, but as long as you stay in the rat race, you're never gonna achieve the success that you truly want. Once you have that financial freedom, then you can truly do what you want to do, and then truly find fulfillment and success. So this is 30 days of finding that inspiration, right? So hopefully that makes sense.